This is Joseph from JohnTheHutDweller, and I want to talk to you about something that a woman who I work with brought this up to me. She was talking about how churches today are just a circus. Um, that the church that she grew up in no longer even has a traditional service. It's just this rock band that plays, and that's what they call worship. Is a rock concert. That's what evangelicals call worship. Is a rock concert, which I don't even know where to begin to explain why that's wrong. Uh, no form of liturgy, uh, no emphasis on what the West calls sacraments, nothing. They won't sing old hymns. And she said, well, what's these new hymns that they people just make up and sing in church? Somebody just writes it, and then since they're the worship team leader, band leader, uh, they write the songs and play them in church. So you have a private individual basing his theology on just how he feels or how he interprets the Bible or misinterprets it, playing rock music in an auditorium, and they call that church or church service, or praise and worship, all these weird little screwy names they give things. And I think the Protestants are starting to see this, and there's going to be a backlash against this emergent church garbage. Yeah, I mean, there is some sense of orthodoxy in Protestantism too. What's wrong with Amazing Grace? Why can't they sing that? Why won't they sing that? Because they believe everything's just equal. Except they don't believe that, because the Psalms, they'll read the Psalms with great reverence, and then they look at the hymns of the ancient church that were written after Christ came, that are in the presence of Christians, the truest Christians, the early Christians, and somehow those hymns aren't good enough. They're too Catholic for them, I guess. Why even bother singing the Psalms? And that's what the Psalms were. They were sung in the Holy Temple. And ancient Christian hymns were sung in the temples. Temples. There's only one church. The buildings that perform services and house the Eucharist are actually temples. We shouldn't call our local buildings, our local parishes, churches. We should call them correctly. They are the temples of God. It's not the same thing as Mormonism, but is a holy, sacred place. But Protestants don't believe in the sacred. I will pick up this video later on. Alright, peace to you guys. Bye.